I'm a lot of things. Eve is a lot of things. I'm not just one. I'm not just one thing. Eve has many, there's many faces to Eve. The era I feel like I came up in music was just one of the best. There was a lot of different types of music out. I feel like there were a lot of hits that were made back then from a lot of different people, and consistent hits from a lot of different people. Was it the best era? Maybe. One of the best? Yes. I feel like, yeah, it was a good time. Ruff Ryders. It just made sense because there were so many dudes that Ruff Ryders First Lady had to be the first album, because I was the only girl. I was the first girl ever that they kind of, I always say, adopted. I'm so happy that, you know, you don't have to be the one female in the crew of a bunch of dudes being like, yeah, she's the one. I am grateful for my brothers. I'm grateful for Ruff Ryders and grateful I came up with them, but I'm so excited about the fact that women just do you, just come out and be you. Yo, drop your glasses, shake your asses. You know what's nuts? Being in it, you don't have time to think about it. You know, you might see yourself on the charts, or you might, of course, your label is calling or whatever, but it's kind of like, yeah, good luck, congratulations, let's go. Good, you know, congratulations, we got to get on the road. Congratulations, we got to start this next album. So you don't realize the impact. Things start happening in a different way. You know, you can tell your career is getting bigger. You can tell that you're a bigger name. You have a bigger impact. Of course, you can see it, but you don't have time to reflect on it. I've never had those kinds of thoughts like, I'm going to be the first to do this and that. I kind of just lean into what I feel, and opportunities seem to come up, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna leap. I don't know, I guess I just like jumping off the cliff. I never just wanted to do or be one thing. Like, I never just wanted to be in the box. If anybody try to put me in a box, I'm always trying to break out. I'm also very much the kind of person that likes to challenge myself. So if a door opens, if someone asks me, if I just try it. I'm like, if it sucks, it sucks. Like, you know, but I also think it's about the longevity. It's about what you see for yourself. It was very intimidating coming into TV, very. I was young, I was a rapper, but I think what helped me on set was that I had a executive producer credit. So I was able to go into rooms. I was able to go into the writer room. I was able to go into the creator's room and have conversations and hear conversations that I would have never been privy to if I was just the actor. That helped me a lot. And because coming in, I kind of was like, imposter syndrome. You know what I mean? Like, what am I doing here? I'm number one on the call sheet. Like, all these people are on my show. It's crazy. I was like 23 or something. And I do think there were definitely execs that didn't like that I had a voice that I could push back at all. They hated it. Because also they were like, what do you know about TV? Like, you're a rapper. But it was the best, I would say, learning curve that I got. I do realize how lucky I was. The talk was honestly incredible. I'm, again, so grateful and thankful that I had that experience. Sometimes I do miss it. I'm not gonna lie. I do miss it. I had a good time. It did stretch me. I had to share things that I never shared before, that I'm grateful now that I did, because I think it helped me to healing some things that I didn't even realize I maybe needed to heal or talk about. But yeah, I kind of do miss that kind of talk show host vibe. I could do that again. You know what's so funny? When this show comes up, people be like, so what happened? Why did you do that? And I'm like, it wasn't me. Queens was amazing. I am so very, very proud that I was a part of that show. However, At the time, I don't think I would have wanted to come back for very long. I would have come back if it had come back for season 2. I definitely would have done some. I don't think I would have wanted to come back for a lot of it because I was pregnant, doing so much of it that for me, my priority was then I just want to be home with the baby. And being on set, shout out to being on set pregnant, child. Woo! I was like, this is a different situation. This is a level of emotion that I was not prepared for. I would be open to acting for the right role, but I would be probably more open to being on the other side of the camera. A phone call came, management called and was like, hey, so there's this tour, Nelly's gone out, Ja Rule's on it, Fab was on it in Europe, Fabulous was on it, and I was like, yeah, I'm down. I'm glad I said yes. It's been great. The crowds have been amazing. It's grueling. Definitely different than when I toured first time around with the child. My mom's on the road, though, my brother's on the road, so it's been really nice. Can I tell you, I think based on the age, there's been different age ranges that have shown up to the show. But most of the time, people are kind of engaged. They do take their phones out at certain moments, which I kind of like, as long as it's not out the whole time, because I really did work on my visuals. Tambourine is a fun one, and Blow Your Mind. Those are probably my 2 favorites. I do a segment to X in the show. We do a small segment to him where it just celebrates him. And yeah, it's my favorite part of the show probably because everybody's so happy and up out of their seats, and like he deserves that. And X was a very special guy. He was absolutely crazy, but in the best way. He just made every situation hilarious. But he also had these clear moments where, he would talk to you and you'd just be like, where did you get that from? Like, I know he would, for years he wanted to open up a church at some point and it would have made so much sense. Plus it would have been the best church ever. Yeah, I definitely miss him. I'm getting more and more open to new music, especially being on the tour. The tour has definitely helped ignite that feeling again of like, performing, and I love performing. I always love performing, but thinking about, wow, if I did do something, who would I do it with? What would it sound like? I would say my top role right now, personally, is mom. Mom life. Momming is the best thing in the world. I'm a fun mom, I think. He makes me more silly. And I love being that silly mom for him. I'm definitely not a soft mom. I am not a gentle parent mother. He's not a gentle parent child. He's not. He pushes buttons. But, I hope as he grows that I'm the mom that just allows him to be who he is, even if that means being a rapper. Listen, this is what I will say. Whatever he wants to do, I will support him. But I will definitely be trying to push him to other areas of entertainment, life, whatever. I feel like there's so much more to that he could be doing. But again, if he wanted to, of course. He already loves music. He loves music. So I don't think we're gonna get away from some sort of musical path, possibly. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm definitely not gonna tell him he can't be one, because then he will be one. It took me a few years before I could really be like, trusting and being soft, because first of all, I married later, and I've been doing a lot of me for years, so yeah, it took a minute. I didn't think about weddings. I just kind of thought, also I kind of think I took for granted the fact that people say you fall in love and you have a kid. Again, like my fertility journey, I didn't think, nobody talked to me about that. So I wasn't in any rush to be in a relationship or get married and think about having a kid, because I was like, once I find the dude, it'll just happen. Even when he proposed, I was like, I don't want a wedding. I was like, let's just go to the registrar's office. But I'm so happy I had a wedding. It was really a beautiful celebration. So yeah, I'm happy I did it. Even now, there are times where I still have to talk to myself. We've been together 15 years, but I still am very much the I'll just do it myself person, or I'll keep it to myself for a minute. It's just how I process things as well, which is not great for a relationship sometimes. So yeah, I won't say struggle, but I still I work on it. There were a few chapters that I kind of was like, ooh. I think maybe most difficult was fertility, even though I had spoken about it, but really talking about it. The chapter about Nikki and me going to therapy, stuff like that. That was more just like, do I put this story in here? Is this too personal to put in here? But then I was like, you know what? We're all human. There's some other things, yeah, you know. But ultimately, I was like, if I ever do a book, I really do want to be open, honest, and vulnerable.